Would you like to know what makes the JJ Palmere signature pedal so light, thin, and grippy? Today we're going to do an explain and review on the JJ Palmere signature Primo pedal. I know we're at 1,000 subscribers, but we're gonna hang tight and we're gonna show a couple videos. So the next couple days, we're gonna announce the winner. So stay tuned. But right now, we're also gonna allow you guys to enter a few contests, which I'll shortly explain to you in a little while. So we're gonna do some small mini contests before we give away the parts package, as kind of saying, hey, thanks for subscribing to us and for actually commenting below and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll tell you in just a second. Let's talk about these JJ pedals really quick, and in between I'll tell you how to do that, and then also how you can win the parts package at 1,000 subscribers, which we're already here. Thank you very much for that. And then at 5,000 subscribers, how to win a free bicycle from us. So yeah, if you don't know who JJ Palmere is, he's a tech wizard that went from punk rock to vegan, and he has a bunch of tech manuals and backwards manuals and grinds and stuff like that. He's been killing it for a long time. He's on the Fiend team. He does a bunch of cool stuff as far as creating videos, just kind of doing his own thing and not going with the crowd and following all the sheep and stuff like that. He kind of just does his own thing, and he was lucky enough to make a super sick pedal with Primo. So yeah, here it is. Super dope. This is actually one of our best selling pedals, and I strongly suggest you guys picking up a pair of these just because they're inexpensive, they're very strong, and they grip really well. So I told you guys that we'll do some little mini contests until we actually give away the parts package. So for the next 25 people that comment below, we're gonna enter you in a mini contest for a free beanie from Ethic. The guy Andrew from the BMX team, he actually sent us over a package. So we'll send you this beanie, some buttons, and some stickers free of charge. So if you comment below, the first 25 people will get entered into that contest, and I'll pick one of you guys randomly to give this beanie away free of charge, shipped to your house. It's pretty cool, free beanie, and just by commenting and subscribing to our YouTube channel and watching this video. And so yeah, enter right now, and that also enter you into the contest for the free parts package and for the bicycle window giveaway as well. So yeah, let's talk a little bit more about this pedal and why it does so well in our shop and why I suggest it. To be straight up with you, I don't really like endorsing a lot of products and stuff like that unless it's a really good product, and that's why I created this shop. And this has been by far my favorite pedal. I like this pedal so much that I actually buy it from Primo and I put it on my bicycle. So this is one of the parts that I do buy. A lot of parts I do buy from them because I like to support the brand and the riders, because that gives money back to those riders and it helps them keep living and breathing and buying food and buying their house and paying for gas to go out and ride. And I really like watching their videos, and I like seeing the photos that they actually produce, and I like the photographers that actually take photos of them. So everybody's got to eat, so I like buying stuff from them. And that's why I buy this pedal, is because I like it so much. So I'll tell you a little bit why I like this pedal. I think JJ and Primo linking up together created a really cool pedal for multiple reasons. I think the first reason why is that this pedal is pretty big and square. A lot of pedals seem to be kind of small and not really too large, and I like the fact that a larger pedal equals more of a surface area to stick your foot on. So if you're doing like feet tricks, or you want to have some kind of grip on your actual pedals, just having a larger surface area helps out a lot. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like if you get like a road bike tire and you do a skid, you can skid really far because there's only a little bit of material actually hitting the ground. But if you got like a fat bike tire and you skid it on the asphalt the same way you did the road bike, that fat tire bike will come to a stop way faster because there's more rubber touching the ground and actually causing it to slow down. So that's kind of the idea. Just adds a lot more grip. And another cool feature that I see in this is the fact that it has a pretty cool concave to it. So if you don't know what concave and convex is around like a fisheye lens on a camera. Concave is the actual where it's inward, kind of like a cave where it like goes inside. So concave is a little dip to it. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but yeah, this one has a concave. So if you land on your foot like this, it's when you lift it up to shift it and stuff like that, it's more prone to scoot into the middle. So being concave allows you to do that. If it was slanted this way, if you lifted your foot, it would probably slide off, or if you landed weird, it'd probably slide off this way. So being concave, it's really cool that it allows your foot to slide in the middle and get a little bit extra grip. So very, very cool idea. I think that, kind of goes into the big body, because having it a little bit wider allows that concave to be a little bit wider or bigger, and allows your foot to have more spot to land on. So if your pedal was really, really small, like having a little kid's pedal, you're gonna have to end up landing on crank arms. I know a lot of guys out there ride skate parks and you do tail whips and stuff like that, and you grab the cranks like this and just wherever they land, you count it. But whatever. But this helps you land on the actual pedal a lot, so that's very, very cool. Another reason I like it is because the actual thickness of the pedal. I tend to like a lot of thin, really, really, really thin pedals, and this one is a little bit thicker than I used to ride, but this is pretty much the thinnest plastic pedal that I've seen that actually holds up, and that's not too, there's not too many problems with it. And problems, I mean like the side slacks flopping side to side, just not spinning very well, stuff like that. So just this size is really, really cool, that how thick it is. So having a thinner pedal allows you to have a lower center of gravity, thus creating it to be a little bit easier to balance on it. So if you had a super thick pedal, think about your foot being here and it wobbling compared to your foot being here and then it wobbling like that. It's more of being on a tall C ship, and you get a lot of flop compared to being in a little small boat or jet boat or something like that. You don't really feel the wave swash around as much. So I think that's very, very cool that they made it a really thin pedal. So props to JJ on that design, or whoever else helped him with that. But good idea. I'm into it. I like it. Another thing I noticed is that I see a lot of people's pedals break, and I think the number one reason why is because there's a lot of weight weenies out there, and they've taken that old school mentality of making your bike super, super light and just went overboard. They've drilled holes in it, they've done all kinds of crazy stuff, and it's kind of getting old, and they kind of went too far with it. So they end up having pedals that are really, really thin, and the cages will actually break right there. And I noticed that these pedals have really, really thick cages. So instead of having super, super light pedals, went with a little bit thicker cage. It is plastic, so it's not very, very heavy. We used to ride metal pedals, and they're super, super heavy compared to these, probably about twice as much weight, maybe even triple. But definitely cool that they made it super, super thick. And then on here, notice that there's a lot of material right there as well. A lot of the other pedals are way thinner, or they separate the gaps a lot to try to lighten it up to increase sales and stuff like that, but kind of bit them in the butt. These ones sell way more than most of the other pedals just because they hold up and they're a little bit thicker and heavier duty. I think a lot more riders are into heavy duty nowadays, so if you're into heavy duty, something that's going to last, I definitely say pick up a pair of these pedals. So that's one reason why I buy these. I don't like working on my bike all the time. I like to build my bike, ride it, maybe tune it up a little bit after you ride it, because every single brand new bike is going to wear down. Stuff will come loose. It doesn't matter if you bought a $200 bike or a $1,500 bike. Stuff does come loose after you build it up. It doesn't mean it sucks. It means that you're riding it and that it needs maintenance. Just like a brand new car, you take it in a few weeks after you buy it, so they could go through it, make sure everything stays tight, because stuff does come loose. So that being said, that's why I buy these pedals, because I know they're gonna last. I know they're gonna last the whole 4 to 6 months that I own that bike, and I'm not gonna have to switch out the pedals. And it really, really sucks when you're on a trip and you go and do a grind or something like that, and you land and the whole pedal explodes. really pisses you off because you can't just go to any bike shop just anywhere because one, no bike shops around there even like BMXers. Two, most shops that even have BMX stuff in there don't have anything that you would want because the guys that run the store, run the BMX section, either A, their boss doesn't let them order whatever they want, or B, they just don't know what's popular, what people actually ride, so or B, they just don't carry it. C, people just don't carry it. Another thing is that most of the time, even if they know what it is, they don't have it in stock because a lot of these brands don't stock a lot of them in their warehouse. If it's a hot seller, it's really weird. They just seem like they just buy enough to sell right off the bat and then it's gone for another 6 months. That stuff kind of gets annoying. So makes it really tough to get good quality stuff. So if your pedal breaks on a trip, definitely sucks. And it definitely sucks to take an extra pair of pedals on a trip with you because that's like almost jinxing yourself and saying, hey, you're gonna need new pedals, bring an extra set. Like, I don't know about that. It just seems really weird. It's like saying, hey, I'm gonna try this, but watch, I'm gonna probably fall. So don't really make sense. I really don't like that. And Primo and JJ come through with this pedal, definitely on all ends. Another cool feature is that it's got a lot of knurl on here. And the knurl is the little diamond shaped little bumps on there. And those things actually are little like spikes and they grip your shoes or your rubber. And they also kind of allow water or dirt or anything like that to get in between the little valleys. And it allows the little points to actually grip your shoe, and it allows it to have more grip. So even if the pins aren't on there, that little knurl will help you grip the pedal a lot more. You've seen like beach cruiser pedals where they're perfectly smooth because they want somebody to ride barefooted. That's because even these little spikes right there might rub their foot a little weird and give it a little too much grip, and they might not like that. So definitely knurl is what you want. Another cool thing is that these pins are awfully big and they're not too large as far as tall wise, and they're not too wide, but they're just the right size, and they're also positioned really well throughout the pedal. So if you're wearing like Van shoes or any style tennis shoes, there's plenty of pins to lock into those shoes and give it a really good grip. So that's one of the main things that I like about this pedal, is that it has a lot of large pins and it has that knurl to add a lot of grip. Another cool thing is that it has this Primo logo. I don't know if their branding has just been killing it. That just makes me fall in love when I see that. It's kind of like a Chevrolet bow tie. You see it all the time. You're just like, hey, that thing's dope, and it just makes it look cool. So very simple. It's on both sides of the pedals, and yeah. Another thing is that it's got this pretty cool Primo logo on the cap. You've seen some other brands do their logos on here, but for some reason this Primo one looks super cool on the end. And yeah, just aesthetically makes it look nice. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the body. The body is made out of some polycarbon plastic, which is a heavy-duty impact-resistant material. So, like I said, if you're hitting it on rails, your ledges, and stuff like that, it's very unlikely that it's going to actually break. So, very cool design, very heavy-duty. I can't break it like this, so it's got to be strong. So, yeah, that, and then it's on top of a full chromoly axle. This axle is a heavy-duty axle, heat-treated chromoly, and then it has a 15mm slot on here, and it has a 6mm on the backside. So it can help you take off the pedals easier. This pedal is unsealed. A lot of people like the unsealed ones because they're way cheaper, and being under 20 bucks for a pair of pedals, it just makes it really nice that you could swap pedals out once a month and you're not killing your bank. If you're complaining about pedals being too expensive, I should suggest you kind of stop doing that. For the technology and what these pedals are, it's very cool that they're that cheap. So I really think that they should probably be more expensive, just because there's a lot of cool designs on them and they last a long time. If a $20 item lasts you for 6 months, man, that thing's like, it's weight in gold. It's definitely a good product. So these definitely come through with that, especially with the chromoly axle. These pedals are are sold in pairs. If you're a beginner and you're trying to ride BMX, or you're a beginner and trying to figure out pedals, this will actually help you out. I'll try to help you out with this. You got to realize that these pedals are a left and right hand side pedal, and the threads are actually bored differently. So you can't just grab whichever pedal and throw it on whatever side, because if you look at the pedals on your actual bike, they are actually different. If you want to know which way they are just by looking at them, a lot of people don't know this, and even the pros and the amateurs won't know this, but if you look at your pedals and you see your pedal actually like this, where the slant is going backwards. So let's say this is the right crank arm, and this pedal here has a slant going like this, and the pedal looks like it's offset towards the back. This means that your pedal is on backwards. It's on the other side of your crank arm. So the reason why that is because your foot's gonna end up staying on the front, and having it like this will cause your foot to slide off very, very easy. There's some scientific reasons why the actual pedal is better the other way. So if you want to know which one goes on the right side, it's always the one that comes forward more, and it actually has an underhang right here, so it slants underneath, so you can't see the front of the actual pedal on this side. So if you ever want to know without having to look at the axle, school your friends all the time, just look down. They always do that to me. They wonder how I know stuff so much. Is because I pay attention to little things, and those little things help you. Another thing that they do to help you out is some of them have this little, lettering on here like a CR. This one says CR-R. That means that it's the right side one, and the CRL means it's the left side one. So that's how you know what side they are. Another thing is that on the right side pedal, the threads are always going to be the normal threading. It's going to be righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Some of you guys know that. If you don't know what it is, it's everything that's on the right side that's regular thread is going to turn clockwise. So if you know what a clock is, I don't know if you guys know what a clock is. You might just know what a digital clock is, where it just tells you the time. But I don't know if you guys ever seen a clock that goes in a circle and that has actual numbers that go like that. But there are clocks out there like that. So if you don't go on the internet and you look on the wall at your grandma's house, you might see one of those clocks, and it actually says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up to 12. But if you read the handle and you go the same way as that hand goes, it's actually going to the right, starting from the top. So that's where they get righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. But clockwise is always going to be on the right side. On the left side is always going to be the opposite. So it's going to go backwards, threading. So the reason why they do that is because when you tighten on your pedals, tighten them on righty-tighty like that, your cranks are actually going to go like this, and it's actually, let's say if it locked up, when you go like this, it would actually loosen the pedal. That's because they don't want the pedal to actually lock up and then crank this thing on there even tighter, and you'll never get it off. So that's why they say grease it, put a wrench on there and lock it down, because they don't want these things getting locked on there. I know a lot of you guys don't know which way to go, so use those tips to help you take it off. Another tip that can help you out is when you're sitting on your bike, that's the right side and left side. Make sure you look on your crank arms to see what side's the left side and what side's the right side, because some of you guys put your cranks on backwards, and that's why your pedals look weird. That's why you're always slipping pedals. Take your bike to a professional that knows what they're doing, or learn from these tips that I teach you. In the short future, I'll tell you how you guys can take these pedals off very, very easy, and I'll show you a quicker way, easier way, so that you know. Somebody taught me, so I'll pass it along and teach you guys. But yeah, stay tuned to our videos, because I'll tell you how to do that. But overall with these pedals, I think it's very cool, all these features that these pedals have. Primo and JJ Palmere, you guys killed it on these pedals. These things are dope. Thank you for making these, because I love riding them. If you want to buy these pedals, you can buy them from our website at stackbmx.com. The link is below in the info. There's a direct link to this actual thing, and then there's also a link so you could go to our website and check out all the other pedals and stuff like that. But Yeah, support JJ, support us, buy a pair of the pedals. You'll be able to support us both at the same time, and even Primo at the three as well. So you can support the three of us, and because you like what we're doing, and you could help us keep doing this stuff by just buying some stuff from us, and getting some sick pedals from us. And if you got this information from us, make sure you guys buy your products from us. Don't go to some other site just because it's cheaper, because if you keep doing that, eventually we won't be around and you won't have no one to tell you anything cool about the products, because nobody else is going to tell you. They've been around for years. They still haven't told you anything. So if you want to do something positive, support us, support Primo, support JJ. Buy those from the link. All these pedals fit any of the cranks that we sell on our website, fits any of the bicycles that we sell on our website. These all the pedals that are on our website fit any of the stuff as well. Our site is just the one place to go. We don't sell any crap. We don't sell anything that's not helping out BMX. We just sell the good stuff. If you're a beginner and you need something moderately priced, I'd suggest still buying it from our website, because it's still not very, very expensive on our website. Plus the other stuff is crap. Like, you don't want to buy that stuff because it's going to break on you, and it's just been kind of picked out of a book, and then they just slap their logo on there. So kind of get a generic product. And if you don't believe me, you'll see a lot of those products come out shortly after they release. If they go big, like a fidget spinner, everybody's gonna have a fidget spinner, and then nobody's gonna want a fidget spinner ever again. So where's your fidget spinner right now? I bet you it's not in your hand spinning. I bet you it's in a drawer or tossed somewhere else, and you complain to your mom that you want it so bad. So you don't want another fidget spinner. These are better than fidget spinners. These things spin too. So tell your mom you wanted one of these. I know you spent $20 on a fidget spinner, but can't spend $20 on a pair of pedals. But yeah, definitely buy some, because these are dope. Way better than fidget spinner. But we also told you how we're gonna tell you how to win a bunch of free stuff. Like I said before, first 25 comments will win that Ethic beanie. Also too, we are already at 1,000 subscribers, so if you comment below, that also enter you into the free parts package giveaway. So leave a comment, let us know what you like about our video, what you don't like about our videos, what tech tips should we tell you about, as far as maybe taking off pedals, installing bottom brackets, chain alignment, how to break a chain and to put a chain back together. Breaking a chain is how you actually take apart a chain and you put it back together. What's stronger, a master link or no master link? What's the difference between a half link and a regular chain? Anything that's on your mind that you haven't seen online that you really want to know. I know a lot of stuff, so I want to try to give back to you, and there's a million things I could think about, because obviously I still have a lot of stuff going in my head, and I haven't even rubbed the surface of what I can tell you about. So hit us up in the comments. We'd like to tell you thank you for watching our videos, and at 5,000 subscribers, we're going to give away free bikes. So make sure you do comment, make sure you like this video, make sure you share it on Facebook if you can. I'd really appreciate that, because that'll help us get more subscribers, help you get your guys' bike faster, your parts faster. Also too, turn on your notification bell, so every time we drop a video, you guys know, and then you could read or watch this. You don't have to read, you could just watch this video, get all the info. So I know you guys like that rather than reading. I'll kind of just tell it for you. And also too, just make sure you comment, and that'll enter you into the contest. And we're gonna keep doing other mini contests throughout the whole time that we have this YouTube channel. The bigger we grow, the more we'll give back, and just keep having fun. But personally, I like to thank you guys for supporting Stack BMX Shop. Thanks for buying this stuff. You guys help me continue to do these contests by purchasing your bicycle parts from us. It helps us do more videos, and we just keep this stuff rolling. I keep helping the BMX community, and you guys keep riding bikes. And if you guys leave a lot of good comments below, maybe I'll do some riding stuff on my bike and show you some tricks, and show you what I can do, and maybe we can see who's better at riding bikes, me or you. But thanks for the support. We'll see you tomorrow, and probably the next day. So have a good one.